Alright. Start up a thingamathanger here. Till you, back on there a little bit. There we go. Now I can bring it back down. Maybe right there. Yeah, maybe a little higher. There we go. Alright. Perfect. Perfect. Alright. I think I can share it out too, right? Yeah, we learned this last time. Nope. No. Superfan? No, I don't think it's that. Is it the little person thing? No. I'm sure it was over here. Ah, there we go. If we scroll up a little bit. Nope. Nope. Pause that. Nope. Where's the thing? What about this? Hey, Ready Play Fetch. Hello, hello. Thanks for the like. It's Jac-Ann time. It is. How's it going? CS Harvey. I'm trying to figure out how to share the darn thing. Nope. That's go live with a guest. I don't want that. Nope. No. How do I share it? I know there's a way. What if I click on the picture? Ah, there we go. We're getting closer. I can share it to like individual people. Okay. All right, well, I'll just pick some random people. There we go. Yeah. They're going to be like, why are you sharing this? Because I can. Yeah. There we go. Perfect. Send separately. There we go. Oh, all the shares going out. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. It is cooking in here. It's cooking in here. I had this like heat like wave kind of come through on the West Coast, and here in California it is hot. Like suddenly hot too, because it was like almost like wintertime like temperatures, you know, like you could put on a nice little sweater vest if you wanted, and then to like unbearably hot t-shirts are almost too much, you know what I mean? All right, I missed some chat stuff, so let me scroll back up. Okay, I remember that one. Hello, hello, Jac-Ann Marie. Are you excited? Are you excited? Doing good. Hopefully you guys are all doing good. Goatman, good use of the chat command. There you go. If you type in !book or author, it'll tell you a little bit about that. You rang? I did. I learned how to share. But apparently you can't just like share like you do if you're in a live. You have to like share to specific people. So I'm inviting you. And other people are inviting you as well. Just stop us East Coast people. Yeah, right. Don't want to hear it. Yep. I'm sure. You've been in the heat wave for a while. I don't know. I was enjoying the cool weather, though. I wasn't upset about the cool weather. At all. But here, like, in the middle of next week, we're supposed to have, like, the heat wave should be gone. We'll get a little bit cooler weather, so. I'm not gonna lie. Looking forward to it. All right, let's make ourselves a folder here for Jac-Ann Marie's Those Who Devour, which is what we're reading today. And I'm not gonna lie, I had to look up what dark fantasy academia is. I wasn't familiar with the genre, and that is awesome. I love learning about new genres, so that was awesome. Okay, make ourselves a folder here so we can do the whole kit and caboodle, do the whole record thing, you know how it goes. Megan, the function commands are so cool. Yeah, it's neat because like people come in, they'll be like, hey, what are you reading? And then since I'm so focused on reading, I can't like answer the question, you know? So I figured, like, oh, that way they can find out anytime they want, you know? Thank you for the shares, everybody. Appreciate it. We had a day that was in the 50s, and I was like, dang it, I cannot go back to hot. I know, it's like a tease, right? You're like, oh, this is nice. And then they just, you know, teasing you with it. Not good. There you go. Using them commands. And then, as I understand it, too, this is not yet released, but as in the description where it says she's taking early reader sign up still. So I would get with Jac-Ann. She's here in the chat. And see how to do that. Is there a place that they should go? Just go to your profile and they can find out more? Or is there a specific place that we can send them to? And I should have asked before I started, but here we are. Daniel Georgiev, that can only be you. Yeah, I love ARC reading. Awesome. Well, there you go. There's one. There's one. It is not yet released. Okay, good. My sign-up form is in my bio. Okay, easy peasy. There you go. So click on Jac-Ann Marie's little thing there. Go to the profile, and you can find it. It's a me. I was going to say Mario, but it's not. It's Daniel. How you going? How's it going? At your 4 a.m. hour there in Belgium, you crazy person. Are you gonna go live after this too? The Crimson Storytellers. Also, Daniel Georgiev, give him a follow there. Fantastic author. And there's a lot of authors here in chat today. Nick Plume is another one. You know, do the whole sharing thing, follow each other, do all that fun stuff. I've alpha read a few chapters, and y'all don't want to miss it. Oh. I was going to do the swipe thing, and then I messed up the graphic. I've been doing this all day today. No. There we go. Figured out how to make the chat bigger so I can actually read it. Love that. That's awesome. You recommend it? I'm on it. I do recommend it. You'll see. We're going to get into it. We're going to read some. We're in a cult. I have also read a few chapters of this baby. Nice. Well, the whole cult's here. That's good. A good dark academia. Yeah. Well, it's this will be the first dark academia chapter I've ever read. So, awesome. The whole cult is here, Jac-Ann Marie. The whole cult. Now, learning all kinds of new genres and stuff as of late, which is awesome. What are you drinking tonight? Oh, okay, so there were some people that were asking me last time what I was drinking, and I was going to finish we accidentally pulled on a Whiskey Wednesday. We pulled a random sampler out, and it happened to be vodka. Turns out, I'm not a fan of vodka, and I was really dreading doing the final vodka because the first two were just not my thing. I think I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to go back to whiskey. So we're gonna do a whiskey tonight. It's going to be a random whiskey. I don't even know what it's going to be, but it's going to be a whiskey. We'll read all about it and we'll get there. But we're going to do that at the end because as it turns out, doing like whiskey, like drinking whiskey, not very conducive to doing audiobook stuff and narration. Turns out. Unless you're going for a very certain vibe, I guess, then it could work. But so we're going to do the whiskey at the end. So, and then we'll talk about the book and all kinds of stuff. We'll hang out for a little bit. Some say Matt's Magica is a dark academia, by the way. Really? You made an audiobook of it? Matt's Magica is a dark academia? I guess, yeah. I guess it could be. I had to look up the definition this morning. I'm like, wait, what? So maybe I've done an entire audiobook with one on the way and then a third eventually. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I have to read the definition again, I think. Didn't complete the Harmony mission. Hi, Kim. I don't know. TikTok's giving me some weird thing. I don't understand what it is, but cool. Yeah, that was my book. You opened it. What? Did I miss something? Let me scroll back. Oh, Gothic Fantasy and Dark. No, no. Okay, never mind, never mind. I was like, wait, what? Totally gonna sign up. Awesome, you got some sign ups. Well, it's supposed to be a Whiskey Wednesday. Vodka doesn't rhyme. Well, yeah, it was random, right? Yippee! Thanks for following. Thanks for following. Appreciate you. A whiskey reward, if you will. Yeah, there you go. Since we did such a good job, we did, good work. We get a whiskey treat at the end. A little Scotch crispy in this case, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what you want to call it. Oh, okay. TikTok started doing this weird thing where they put like these block extra messages below stuff. That's throwing me off. I'm like, what? I don't care, TikTok. Leave me alone. I'm going to jump out for a bit and come back in a bit. Hope I don't miss it. Okay. All right. We'll wait for you, okay? Just I'm not going to wait for you. But you'll catch up. And if you do miss it and you have to cut out for some reason, like the kiddos need something or you got to jump out, no problems. Because I put this up on the tubes of the U afterwards so that you can watch it in case you want. So, in case you have to miss it for any reason. So, the little lethal company, yippee! Yeah, it used to be it was the wow, but it was really loud, and somebody would like follow or I think it's a follow. They would follow me right in the middle of me reading. I'd be like into it, and it would scare the crap out of me. So I changed it to the yippee because that's not as makes me laugh, but it doesn't like scare me usually. There's a whole thing that we tried that ended up just giving me jump scares in the middle of narration. So I changed that just for my own health benefit. So if you will. Yeah, the little cockroach things. Yeah, yeah. That game. Oh, that game. Don't startle the narrator. Yeah, yeah. Right. Especially reading horror. Right. Setting the tone, bringing it down, bringing up the intensity, and then wow, then just or maybe it was great. I don't know. I'm sure other people got a kick out of it, just not me so much. It did make me figure out how to turn down the effects for myself because it was way too loud in my headphones. So no one will play. Yeah, I remember playing it when it first came out, and like we got this mod for it that as you were talking out loud to your friends, the monsters in there, they would start playing your voice lines. They'd start learning your voices, and they'd mimic you. I think it was called Mimic. So it'd be like behind the wall, like, "Hey, dude, over here," and you're like, "Oh, cool," and you'd walk in there, and it's a mimic, which added a whole nother level to it. Until your buddy's talking to you behind the wall, and you look behind you, and your buddy's right behind you, and you're like, "Wait a minute." So the last lab I was in with you, you were literally reading the book, and part 1 was at Epic. I think something got cut off. And part 1 was Epic. I think maybe like cut it off and then. Oh yeah, the mannequin heads did that. Scared the issue. Yes, yes. Oh okay. Reading the book and the part I was at. Okay, awesome. So you got to read along. Gotcha. Prowler. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, great book. Nick Plume's here. And the same guys. In the same chat. I was okay. Cool. Loved it. It was amazing. Well, thank you. Awesome possum. No, and we finished doing the audiobook Prowler. Now, I just got my pickups back, so I'll be doing all the pickup recordings and then doing the editing. And I might live stream some of the editing too, because some people have said they kind of want to see what goes into actually editing an audiobook and mastering and all that kind of stuff. So if you want to nerd out with me on some audio, then I might show some of that. probably tomorrow. Maybe not tonight. I have to do some pickups for another project, but probably tomorrow I'll live stream some of that. So if you're interested, well, that's terrifying. Like creepy in written form, not visual. Right. It was good fun though. It was good fun though. I love how it would like there was these little things that would jump on your head and it would mute your in-game mic, like something was over your head, you know. You'd be like, hey guys, you know, like it did the whole. It was fun. It was fun. Creepy, yes, but fun. I have some very good clips from playing that game because yeah, it creeped me out. I was the scaredy cat running around, literally screaming at things. That would scare me. Like the ones that like you turn around and look at it and it doesn't move, but then you turn away from it and it starts to move at you, so you have to like constantly look at it because otherwise it'll run up on you and get you. I think it was terrifying. I think that thing was a mannequin, wasn't it? You have a full list of authors over here supporting. I know. See, that's why I like the TikToks. The book talk community is so like strong, you know, just full of like super supportive like authors and narrators and just creatives kind of in general. So, and this is why part of the reason I started doing Whiskey Wednesday. Oh, those years ago, a couple years ago, to support and kind of help give back to the indie author community. So. That's what it's all for. Reading the chapters, and then after I read the chapters, I give them the promo, and then you can use it for promo, and it's fun, you know, exposing each other to all the different audiences, you know. Nightmare fuel. Yes, exactly. I think our whole group is here. Holy crap! Well, awesome. Well, thank you everybody. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing your support to your friend here. It's awesome. Creatures all over the place. Oh, that got filtered. Why'd that get filtered? Let me unfilter that. Boop. Boop. TikTok be filtering some weird stuff. Like usually it filters almost every word Kim says. So I had to make Kim a moderator so that she could just unfilter all the weird things it was filtering. You know? You know? I can't wait to consider narrators. It's a long way off, but I love you guys. Yeah, and there's tons of us out here too. So you have your pick. There's tons of us. So yup. Can't be more agreed. Yeah. All right. Well, tell you what. Let's get into the narration stuff, shall we? Favorite part of the process was hearing all the auditions. Yeah. TikTok doesn't like him. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why. She'd be like, how are you doing? And it would filter it. What? It wasn't even something like remotely questionable. You know? Yeah, that's the exciting part, I think, for us too, is that's the anxiety driven part, is like the submit of the audition, and then you learn as you know, as I'm sure authors are very used to as well, the whole like you put it out there and you just kind of, if it happens it happens, if it doesn't it doesn't, right? You know, it's all a numbers game. Just got to keep doing it until one hits, right? So, but that's that is the fun part of the process too, is like the auditions of it, because usually you get just like a real little like part of the script. You might get a little bit of explanation about what's going on, so you have this world and this story, and you get to, you know, really get in there with your imagination and you know, make a choice and go in a direction. And if they like it, then great. If not, on to the next one. You know. It's fun getting to try out different characters. Yeah. Exactly. That's the fun part. You know? I didn't do auditions. Found my choice on first try. Oh, well, I mean, you know, shucks. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Sometimes that happens too. You're listening to somebody on here, and you're like, oh, perfect, and there you go. You know, like right now. Oh, wait, don't read it. One literally signed up for you to read it. Right. Your nerves right now. Like, don't read it. No, just kidding. Can we take it down? No, it's too late. We're going on. What genres do you narrate? Pretty much all of them. The only ones I haven't set up a pseudonym yet, so like I don't do any like erotica or like super spicy romance. Not to say that I wouldn't, but I would want to set up my pseudonym before I did that, just because I am on the roster for like Scholastic and places like that, so I don't want to like have that possibility of a kid or something finding something that they shouldn't listen to. I just don't want to blend that, I don't want to blur that line. So, but pretty much everything, yeah. And actually, our first, it should be out now. I have to double check, but I think the one that I did with Maria McCann, the duet that we did, or duel that we did, is out. So, even duels. I have a duel out there as well. The show must go on, that's right. The wife would be jealous, right? Give a mouse a cookie, part 2. Extra spicy. Yeah. No, I don't. I mean, great title, but yeah. It's hilarious. Yep. No, I don't want to go down that road. Yep. All right. Are we ready? All right. So, most of you in here probably already know, but there is a content warning, which I will read. Yippee! Thank you for the follow there. Alexis, appreciate you. Content warning is death of a bird, mention of plague and death by plague, and general creepiness. So, if you're still okay to go on, we're going to jump in. But that is the warning. You have been warned. R.I.P. Bird, I know. Yes, R.I.P. Bird. You will see. Or hear. Alrighty, and we're going to do this like an actual audiobook, so if I mess up, which I will numerous times, I'm going to go back and record it until the line is correct. So we're going to do it like an actual audiobook. One of my moderators, when I used to do Whiskey Wednesday on the Purple platform, of the platform name which I will not mention, rhymes with that itch. There's kind of a TV after it, if you know what I mean. He used to turn all of my flubs into a drinking game. I don't recommend that. Drink responsibly if you do. You can switch to water. It's okay. Because I mess up a lot. Some nights I can't say 3 words, so there's that. But here we go. Test. Test. Hopefully all of you could hear the test when I played it back. And we will jump in. Cool. About to be so hydrated. You are about to be so hydrated there. Megs and Bacon. I love your username. Megs and Bacon. That is amazing. Megs and Bacon. I won't forget it. All right, here we go. Chapter 1. The Woodcraft Witch. Dason. You think you've earned the right. The highest mages... Nope. See? Told you. Right. The highest mage rises from his throne, and a tooth breaks away from the skull knob of the armrest, falling to the tile floor with a soft clink. Years, Dason. You've had years to find another shade, and you've done little more than play escort to Elix children. And now, you finally have a task worthy of earning ascension, and you ask this boon before providing? My molars creak as I grind my teeth. You question this task. Why? I'm not questioning. I asked for specifics to better understand. Dipping my chin in a display of honor my father is due, my deep-seated frustration rises to the surface. He flicks his hand as if I'm nothing more than any other Alamage and surface. He flicks his hand as if I'm nothing more than any other Alamage at this academy. Above your current stature, find the Ravager women. Swiping his cloak from his behind, he sits and fixes his stoic stare on me in challenge. I leave the bait, unwilling to play into his hand. Instead, I nod once, turn on my heel, and leave him to his conclave of high mages. One woman. Her life for my future. She lives in the woods, hidden, but not for long. As I stalk to the heavy outer doors of Alamorted Academy, I reach for my belt where the acorn-sized vials of elixir wait. I don't know what that one was. Something popped up. Thank you for all the follows, though, by the way. I've been hearing the yippies in the background. Appreciate you all. I reach for my belt where the acorn-sized vials of elixir wait. Did I say Alamorted? One woman. Her life from... As I stalk to the heavy outer doors of Alamorted Academy, I reach for of elixir. Wait. Here we go. Wait. Popping one open is as commonplace as tying my shoes now. The silky consistency misrepresents the black swirling poison within. Tipping it into my mouth, I ensure it hits straight to the back of my throat. Lightning tears through my veins. The elixir magic burns into my soul, a coarse desire to search, to find. It sweeps me into the veil, shrouding me. This escape from the confines of this stone testament to knowledge and power, Alamorted Academy, is a poor replacement for ascension. The single clue for my task lies heavy in my hand, an aged scrap of cloth, from a child's blanket, perhaps, holding only a wisp of the soul I'm meant to seek. But it's there, faint. Her shadow is cast beneath towering pines and wavers in the ripples among smoothed rocks. Wavers. Her shadow is faint. Her shadow is cast beneath towering pines and wavers in the ripples among smoothed rocks in a clouded river. In my mind, the sense of her is a dream bled of all its color. White is for the living, sheltered by the veil, and black for the shadows that stain the fabric between living and dead, holding back the tide of the other side. I suck in a cool breath, filtering out the... No, I tried to say hollow before sound. Cool breath, filtering out the sound of hollow wind against cold stone, the grays of masonry and muted emerald of creeping ivy, and the shapes of spires, flying buttresses, and pointed arches. It all churns in my head in a swirl of nauseating chaos. Wrong. I only need one single shadow, one soul's imprint on this world, and she isn't in this courtyard. I pan my gaze, locking onto the heavy wrought iron fence, the gates of Alamorted Academy. The elixir burns like the strongest whiskey, intent on branding my esophagus with its liquid fire. But I can burn. At least I feel something. A means to an end. With a small jump, I grasp the fence's top bar easily enough, pull my body up, swing my foot on top to push off, and stand. I balance there, swaying in the sea of morals like a ship careening before a swell takes it. If I hunt this woman, chase her down, and give... croquettes, I think? If I... Croquettes, yeah, okay. Croquettes? Maybe croquettes. Yeah, let's do that. Takes it. If I hunt this woman down chase her and give Croquettes and the High Mages her information, it's condemning her to the same fate as me. A seductive piece of me whispers, they'll find her eventually. They always do. Prove yourself. I lean forward, letting gravity take me instead of... Hello, Abigail. Nice to see you again. Smoothed is a tough word to say. Smoothed rocks, grasped, all those things. Thank you for the follow, Jill. Appreciate you. All right. I lean forward, letting gravity take me instead, as if that would vindicate me. Clutching the scrap of her belongings in my hand, I rub it gently between my thumb and forefingers and savor the shiver it draws along my spine. The blood in my veins calls to her. My bones ache to find her, as if some missing fragment of them lies with her. The elixir strengthens the sense of her soul among the living, as I fade into the veil of death to find her. Mistakes diminish our purpose. Perfection equates acclaim. Deity blessed protection of our lessers. Croquette's words are branded into the core of my being. Endlessly they loop. Perfection. I have to do this. There is no choice. No light shines in the woods before me. It's been eaten by the dank forest, rife with It's been eaten by the dank forest, rife with the damp stench of moss layered atop rotting leaves. It'd be an impossible task to find one person's shadow in the wide expanse of the world, but a shade is honed for just this purpose: seek out defectors, retrieve our progeny, protect the rule of the High Mages and the peace and protection they bring. A breeze. A breeze sweeps past, kissing my cheek, whisking away the clouded fog of reality shrouding her shadow, and my blood ignites. Her. The youngest of them, a woman nearly 26 according to Croquettes. She'd have grown up alongside me if her mother had raised her among us at the Alamorted like she was oath-bound to do. Her presence is faint, but I can sense the dark stain she casts on the veil. My feet move without thought, sprinting toward the cursed forest. The Shadenil elixir churns in my veins, amplifying the anxious thrum that my slow heartbeats contradict. 3 more doses. That's what I've endured to find her. She carved a quiet path through the wraithwoods. Find her. She carved a quiet path through the wraithwoods, unprotected and alone like a wraith among the moonlight. Bravery or hubris? I can't be certain. A frantic raven guides her on, pulling at her and making all manner of sounds, calling needless, unwanted attention. Does she not know any better? I lose her for a moment as the veil shifts. Another soul breaches its incorporeal fabric to join the fray of the other side. As they pass through, the tightness falls away and the veil settles. A flash of movement snares my gaze. The woman crouches... I said that weird. The woman. She be the there. She to be the woman. My gaze. The woman crouches low, knees dug into the soil, careless of the stains on her nightdress or the chill in the night air. She holds a small item in her hands. Its pitiful croak reaches me as its head lolls to the side in her careful hands. A bird. She moves to support the thing. Its wing flutters like it wants to fly, but can't. The other wing rests, bent at a sharp angle, plucked bald of its feathers. Is she responsible? She leans into the moonlight, spilling from behind heavy clouds. Nope, don't like any of that inflection. It's all poop. Do it again. Poopy boop poop. She leans into the moonlight, spilling from behind She leans into the moonlight, spilling from behind heavy clouds rolling in, and whispers something to the bird. Words of comfort? I can't make them out through the tree branches. She rises and once again begins her trek through the cursed woods. I follow behind, cloaked within the layers of the veil. She's swift, careful, and obviously familiar with this land, though I can't imagine why she'd risk wandering here at night. The village lends village legends. Let's read that word right. Thank you for all the follows. I hear I'm like going crazy. Damn, I feel like I can smell it from that description. Right? Right? Yeah, the writing is great. It definitely paints the picture, that's for sure. The village lends light. The village. That is amazing timing. Thank you for the follow there, Goat Man. Appreciate you. Yippee! Makes me happy. Light. The village legend. Light. The village legends warn of the beings that dwell. Light. The village legends warn of the beings that dwell in the Wraithwoods, but even the Elix know more than one of those legends. I know I was reading it right. I was like second guessing myself. But even the Elix know more than one of those legends holds true. I wouldn't dare enter here without my Shadenil. Shadenil. How did I pronounce it the first time? Let's be consistent. I think that's what I said, but let me make sure. It was the very first sentence after the break. Let me find it. The Shadenil elixir. Shadenil. Okay. I wouldn't dare. It's too long. Even the Elix know more than. The village legends warn of the beings that dwell in the Wraithwoods, but even the Elix. I don't like that break. Let's try that again. And Shadenil was right. Okay. Oh no, I lost my place though. So this is the village legends. The village legends. Okay. Here we go. I'm all burpy. The village legends warn of the beings that dwell in the Wraithwoods. Yeah, that's where I was. Okay. Right. The village legends warn of the beings that dwell in the Wraithwoods, but even the Elix know more than one of those legends holds true. I wouldn't dare enter here without my Shadenil. Hard to believe that this small woman would. A cabin peeks into view within a cove of looming trees. I don't like that. Let's try it again. A cabin peeks into view within a cove of looming trees, the density of them obscuring the residence until we are right outside. Clever. Her cabin is tucked away far from the edge of the Harbinger village's border. And I took a weird catch breath. Let's try that again. Clever. There we go. Clever. Clever. Her cabin is tucked far away from the edge of the Harbinger village's border. None would venture this deep. Another oddity to tally against her. These lengths, they're unwarranted for simple misconduct. Her family must have done something truly heinous. Above your stature. As she crosses into her cultivated land, my sense of her dissipates. The vision of her lingers, but the magic's cut free. I stumble back a step. The connection's sudden severing sends a spike of pain through my veins, into the ache of my bones. Eluding, umbraveling. Umbravaling. I can say words. Eluding umbravaling shouldn't be possible. The bird chitters as she sits it on the ground with care. Then she abandons it, enunciate, with care. Then she abandons it, disappearing into her cabin. Perplexed, I wait a beat. The door swings open. Wait a beat. The door swings open a moment later, and she reemerges with an armful of small glass jars, greens, flowers, Blue mushroom cats. Cats? Blue mushroom cats. Yeah, they're a thing. I just made it up. Blue mushroom flowers, blue mushroom caps, bits of odd things, some faintly luminescent liquid, and a small stone bowl with a rounded piece of stone. Within the blink of my eye. Stone. Within the blink of my eye, she stooped over the bird. A massive raven looks down on her as she sets to work doing something. Her hands work together, the cap of a blue mushroom. She spits on the crumbling meat of it and lathers it into a paste. She drops the spit shroom into the gray bowl and adds all her other accoutrements. Curiosity draws me toward her. Within the veil, she cannot see me, and knowledge has hardly hurt anyone. I leave the shadows. Surrounding her cabin is a circle carved neatly into the soil with twigs and scraps of cloth, tangles of fine black and silver hair. The raven's head cocks when I step over it and enter her land. She spoons her concoction into the dying bird's beak. It lifts its head, which morphs her face into hope. Her wide eyes shudder as the bird collapses again. I blink, and her gentle hands are moving swiftly, grasping the beak and the body in each hand, and then with a sudden jerk, nurks, bleep, 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 nurks, that's birds and necks and cracks all together. It's pretty efficient. You're welcome. And with a sudden jerk, the bird's neck cracks. I pull in a breath of surprise. It falls limp in her hands, and its soul lifts, non-corporeal and shadowed. It lifts its head and tests its wings. Free of its broken body, its relief and sadness. Free its wings. Free of its broken body, its relief and sadness wafts off of it, and it soars around the raven and the woman. The raven keens into the night, a gutting sound that echoes on the trees, amplifying. The bird drifts into the veil after its goodbyes and leaves, beyond my reach. The veil settles again. The raven's continued mournful shrieks stir a bit of grief in me. No, mournful shriek, it is singular, not plural. The raven's read the word correctly again. The raven's continued mournful shriek stirs a bit of grief in me. A tear slides down the woman's cheek, glinting in the pale moonlight like a dewdrop of cold starlight. My brows pinch together as I try to understand what she's just done. Woodcraft? A century ago, it was deemed forbidden by the High Mage. High Mage is. There's more than one. Craft? A century ago, it was deemed forbidden by the High Mages due to the many unintentional consequences. Elix died. Humans died. The fauna and the flora blackened. The fauna died. The fauna and the flora blackened the land in Dreadnought. Above your stature. Croquette's knows of the Ravager woman's crimes? I move in front of her, determined to root out the truth. If Croquette wants to barricade knowledge behind bars of high mage privilege, I'll use my ability to my advantage. And if he doesn't know what she can do, leverage. Her gaze pans upward, looking for the raven onlooker, but stop as they meet mine. My heart stutters. A cold rush of fear roots me in place. Despite being non-corporeal, heart pounding, I hold my breath as if my exhale would allow her to see me. She blinks her moss-green eyes, and when they open, she exhales sharply, bunching her nightdress together to stand. I stumble back, unsure of everything I know to be true. Though the veil cloaks me, I retreat behind a willow tree, keeping my distance from the woman as she buries the bird in a shallow grave, marked by a single purple pansy she uproots from the side of the cabin. If she truly saw me, she doesn't show it. Attentive and patient, she pays close attention to how the grave is finished and how the petals face the moonlight just so. Though she buries it, she doesn't mourn but for that single moonlit tear. Practical, determined, but her gentle touches betray her outward actions. She bows her head to the mourning raven who watches her intently. "I'm so sorry," she says to it. "I tried to... I'm sorry." She extended the thing far more effort than any other would have. Why apologize to a bird? A raven is bad luck to cross, but it was just a bird. She spins, stalks into the cabin, and slams the door. Somehow it feels like the gesture was meant for me and my spying on the tender moment. A flush of color burns my cheeks, and I turn away. Croquettes will be wondering what's taking so long. A sigh slips past my lips. The girl is hidden in her cabin for the night, presumably, and I have her whereabouts to deliver. I hesitate a moment, not wanting to leave the curious woman, a stirring in my gut convincing me it's not just that... Not just I. Let's try that again. Not wanting to leave... I hesitate. I did hesitate. I don't think I hesitated too much. Let's try that again. Anyway, I hesitate a moment, not wanting to leave the curious woman, a stirring in my gut convincing me it's not just I that has eyes on her, but whatever brings the legends of this place are born of. Or perhaps it's just the lingering... Or perhaps it's just the lingering Shadenil elixir, holding my emotions captive and projecting them onto this woman, pulling me to her, capturing and holding my attention, something usually helpful, but instead hinders my desire to leave. I shake my head, attempting to clear the magic a bit. Or maybe it's something else entirely. No. The elixir distorts me, twists things in ways it's hard to decipher what is me and what is magic. I upend another vial of it and place one reluctant foot after the other. I'll see her soon enough. The high mages will come, dole their justice, take their dues, and she will face her fate, just like the rest of us. Deliverance and condemnation in balance, just as it's meant to be. And boom, 15 minutes and 1 second exactly. So, how did y'all like the story? I liked it. I really liked it. It's like nice and dark and creepy, and I don't know. Now I have like 8 billion other questions about this world, and I want to hear more, and I think that's exactly what it's supposed to do. so if you enjoyed it, make sure you hit up Jac-Ann Marie here. She's in the chat, and she's taking sign-ups for early readers if you're not already one. Sounds like a lot of you might have already signed up and might have read it all before. But if not, and you want to know more, that's a good way to know more. You get to read it beforehand, right? Let's go! Yeah, absolutely. No, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. A really good story. I like it, and it's very different than a lot of the stuff that I've been reading lately too. So it's good to like mix it up. I like this. Oh, I like this. I like this world that you're building here. We've got the mage council. I might have misinterpreted too. I was thinking the high mage that was speaking was Croquette, so it's kind of using his voice throughout. That's another challenging thing of the Whiskey Wednesday is like you get a chapter. Good luck. So you have to like make decisions sometimes, you know. All right, let me catch up with some of the chat too, because there was tons of stuff going on while I was reading. Okay, smell it from that description. Okay, I think I remember that. She beat a woman. Yep. Why did I remember that? Woman. I became Jac-Ann, man. I came back. No idea why my comment can't go through. Oh, did your comment get filtered? Yeah, it was filtered hard because I don't even see it. So, stop typing bad stuff, Daniel Georgiev. Come on. This is so cool. Smooth is a tough word to say. All right, cool. I'm caught back up now. I can smell it. Okay, there we go. Let him cook. Thank you for all the gifts and everything, too. Okay, there we go. I see the filtered comment. It filtered 2 of them. There you go. There you go. All right. as I scan through like mountains today. You guys were going wild. That's crazy. Okay, I'm just gonna scroll all the way to the bottom. This is just quite a bit. But if I missed any questions or if you had anything, just let me know. No chapter 2? No chapter 2. We're stopping right here at 1. We're cliffhanging you, Daniel. You know how you can hear the rest, though. You can sign up to be an early reader. Do you read the chapter ahead of time before doing the narration? Yes, I skim through it very quickly beforehand. Usually I try to read it if I can, right when I get it, and then I read it one more time. I did not have time to do that to this one because I was in the middle of 3 audiobooks at once. So I didn't do that. So I read this one a little bit yesterday, and then most of it I read today. So it would be kind of like fresh in my mind. So like some of the things that I came across, I hadn't like made firm decisions in my head yet on. So I'm like, So it's kind of just went with it, made a choice and went with it. You're incredibly talented and brought so much and brought his character to life. This was so much fun. Well, thank you, Alexis. I appreciate you. It was a lot of fun to read. It's got like a mood to it, right? It feels to me like there's a mood to it. Like I almost get like Geralt vibes from it, you know, from like The Witcher, like that tired soldier feel, almost. That's why I kind of brought the narration down a little bit, right? And intensity. Didn't let me send it live, said because of the current live settings. And I heart Brick's neck crack status. What? Neck crack? Yeah. Oh, the bird neck crack line? Yeah. Where I invent words when I mash them all together because I'm like reading ahead, but also, you know, so I jam them together. Very gritty, yeah. I do comp Witcher. Okay. All right. Getting the feel. Get the feel. Well, that comment made Jac-Ann happy. Yeah, it was kind of the vibe I guess I was getting from it. But then again, without like context of like more chapters too, it's hard to tell. So I could be way off, and that's just me. For sure. No, that was good. Yeah. So it'd be interesting. I've been talking about this lately with some of the authors that have been on Whiskey Wednesday. Since this is kind of like your work in progress, whenever it gets closer to actually being released, we should do it again. And we could use it as an interesting like experiment of like how much did the feel and the story change from like what we got as the work in progress to like the final thing. Like what did the end result end up being? And then you can use it as more like opportunity to promote it right before it comes out. You know what I mean? So if you're interested, if not, no worries. But this was a lot of fun to read. And who knows, you might have somebody doing an audiobook for you by then. So we can't, but but somebody will pick it up. Who doesn't like some Geralt? Yeah, right. Especially that very handsome gentleman that started off the series, the live action series, you know what I mean? Until they mucked it up and made him leave. This makes me want to send my opening chapter after I send it to betas. Absolutely. You definitely should. Yeah, we do like works in progress all the time. It definitely doesn't have to be finished. Whatever you're comfortable sending. And we were talking about this kind of earlier on a previous live, but it doesn't even have to be your first chapter. Just a chapter that you would think sets up the story well enough for somebody to go, "Ooh, I like that. I want to know more," and then buy your book, right? That's kind of the point. So if you think like actually that's chapter 2, or actually I think that's kind of the introduction, or let's do the introduction in chapter 1, we can definitely do that. So whatever you think best sets up the story for your book is what we'll read. So and if it's something that you want to hear in like duet or dual narration, I could do that too. Actually, Kim, who might be here, I think I saw her popping around in there. She was actually the very first duel that we did. So I reached out to one of my fellow female narrators, and we did the whole one chapter kind of thing, so that she could kind of hear it in that light and how it would sound. And it's very cool. You know, doing that live was kind of a cool thing. So, is this just for Whiskey Wednesday, or are you going to be narrating this one? This is just for Whiskey Wednesday, Abigail. Very good question. Yeah, do that. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Absolutely. Justin is amazing, and his commission to the stories shines. I mean, Daniel, I am susceptible to flattery. Go on. Thank you, buddy. Are you interested in reading dystopian? Heck yeah, I'm interested in reading dystopian. I just finished a book, Nick Plume. We just finished the raw recording of her audiobook. We did it here on live stream. She allowed me to do that, and it's a dystopian sci-fi. Dystopian is one of my favorite genres. Dystopian, sci-fi, fantasy, like love them. And if it has dragons in it, I'm in. So we could do book 3 of Matt's Magica if you wanted to. Absolutely, we could. Daniel Georgiev, send it my way. You know. You have my deets. Heck yeah. How many words were in that chapter? That's a very good question. I'm gonna be able to tell real quick. Let me see. Whiskey Wednesday. Oh, I think 2,500. Okay. It's about. So yeah, that's probably about right. My normal narration rate's around 9,000-ish words per hour. So you can figure the length of from text to audio using 9,000. I think they use 9,300, but it depends on the project. Like if it's dark and brooding, I might read a little slower and build intensity. If it's a more action adventure, it might be a little quicker because there's more scenes that cater to that. It just depends, but yeah, I could give you exactly here in a second. Maybe not. I'm in the wrong folder. Helps to be in the right folder. I have 2 Whiskey Wednesday folders. All right. Jac-Ann Marie. It was roughly not thesaurus. 2236. Non-Asian words? What? But then it says Asian word 0. So why is it giving me a difference? I have never noticed it does that before. Interesting. Okay. All right. And then he gave me a character breakdown. That's good too. This is the first chapter. Yep. I was thinking about it. I've got one I've sent and another. Oh, awesome. You should. Oh, yeah. Did you send me one already? I think you did, didn't you? Okay, perfect. The prologue, I think, would be perfect in your voice. I'll submit it when it's edited. Awesome. Non-Asian words. So if you go into Word by that corporation of Microsoft and you do count, it gives you a word count, it does character breakdown and whatever, and then it says non-Asian characters and then how many Asian characters. Why? But okay. Maybe it's always done that, I just never noticed. I sent the first 2 chapters of my debut book. Sick. Awesome. I can't wait to read those, Abigail. That'll be awesome. Weird, I haven't noticed it. Yeah, it's right at the very bottom. It's real weird. Well, it wouldn't be Whiskey Wednesday without a whiskey. Well, a drink, I guess, because we've done other things than whiskey. So let's just pick out. I have the sampler from a place that I used to subscribe to. And every quarter, they used to be every month. Then they switched to every quarter they would send you a sampler of something with some kind of theme to it. This theme was Flavors of Scotch Volume 2. I have no idea what they are, so we're just going to go with A, because they send you 3, A, B, and C. And then they send you a little tasting card, which is interesting in that so far that we've done this, I haven't tasted really much of anything that's on their flavor profile thing, so I think I'm just not great at it. We were talking about this, it's even with wines and stuff, they have all those things and they're ooh, you taste like cherries and grapefruits and bunnies running in a field, and I never taste any of that, never. So we'll see what we can find today, what we taste today. I don't know. What are you all enjoying? Some water, some hot chocolate, some. That sounds good. Hot cocoa. Every time I bring that up, I'm like, that does sound good. If only hot chocolate was more in line with alliteration, like I like it. You know, just Whiskey Wednesday sounded better. All right, so this one is Old Pulteney. 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 It's a 12-year-old single malt Scotch whiskey. Great. All right, what are we supposed to taste? Water, as always, Daniel. Stay hydrated. Am I invisible again? TikTok? Yeah, I think if you were typing, Gabs, I haven't seen anything. So I think it was filtering you. But hello, Gabs. Good to see you. And I do enjoy your answers on the daily video questions, by the way. Oh, it filtered you out there. Let me unfilter that. There you go. Put some Fireball in hot chocolate and that'll work. Woo! Woo! Fireball. Woo. I haven't done Fireball in forever. I think everybody has a Fireball story. Hey, it didn't filter out, damn it, though. That's hilarious. Imagine naming your series and forcing yourself to drink whiskey because it sounds cool. That's exactly what I did. I'm like, what sounds good with Wednesday? Whiskey Wednesday. But I used to do a show where I read short horror fiction. That podcast has started back up again. So I'm going to start doing those again, called Macabre Mondays, because it was alliteration, and I like alliteration. And then I had Throwback Thursdays when we were reading public domain books when I was first getting started with narration. So it's just the alliteration thing. And then plus I can have Whiskey on Wednesday because it's called Whiskey Wednesday, right? Why not? Everyone has that reaction to Fireball, but it's my favorite. Just love cinnamon. It is very cinnamony. That is true. I think it's just because, like, I think at first most people are like, yeah, it's cinnamon, and then they just go overboard with it. You know what I mean? Which is definitely what my case was. All right, what are we supposed to taste? Salty, right in the middle. That's interesting. Okay. Spicy. We're not starting good here. Honey, citrus, smoky, oak. Then we end with seaweed. Oh, man. And vanilla. It's like 3 of those things I like on this wheel. And citrus. Did I say citrus? Citrus and oak. So they have this like weird like flavor wheel thing. I don't know if you can see it. Like, so it's like what it starts off and then what it ends up with at the very end. All right, well. Oh, only fish bones missing. That got filtered. I don't know why. I told you my whole life story. Oh, no. Gabs, no. I was actually just curious if that was a cruise cup you were drinking out of earlier. Oh, the blue one. Yeah. So audiobooks at sea is a thing, and now I have to solve the TikTok puzzle. I'll be going again this year. I messed up the puzzle. There we go. Got it right the second time. Yeah, so it's for audiobooks at sea. I went the second year that they did it. I went last year, and I'm going to go in again this year. And it's basically a cruise around the Caribbean, but during the day into part of the evening, on most of the days, it's all workshops for narrators. So you're learning the craft, and people are teaching you. This year, Ray Porter's going to be there, Sean Pratt, the big names in audiobooks. A lot of them, well, some of them will be there this year, and it's all just they're teaching us how to do the thing that they do and do it better. Like last year, there was amazing workshops. There was one in particular that I got a lot out of. I got a lot out of all of them, but one in particular is really neat. They did, if you had a male presenting voice, how to do female characters, and if you're a female presenting voice, how to do male characters, so that you don't sound dumb when you do them. And it was super helpful. Long training short, it's more about their personality versus you doing some kind of falsetto voice and sounding really dumb. But things like that. So it's all directly related to specific things that we do in the craft of narration and voiceover. So really, really good stuff, and it's different every year. So I'm super excited about it. I'm jealous, haven't been able to attend one yet. If you can go. They're a little expensive. It is a cruise, right? And then you have the fee, the workshop fee, but Do that again after the sip of whiskey. Right. Speaking of, let's take a smell. That is particularly pungent in a good and not good way. I do smell the vanilla and like the sweetness. That's maybe the honey they're hinting at. But I think those other weird things that they had in there are coming through, and maybe that's what I'm getting. Like smokiness, though, doesn't really actually smell that smoky, like peaty or anything. Well, it doesn't say peat, it says smoke, Justin. So it doesn't smell peaty. It doesn't really smell smoky to me. But black pepper, citrus. Yeah, the strong honey vibes, like that. I don't know how to describe it. Like not just sweet, but like definitely like honey, like fresh honey. I don't get seaweed though, thank God. But maybe it's the spiciness that's throwing it off. I don't know. Let's take a taste. Actually, oh, okay, all right, interesting. Oh, okay. So very strong honey. Like it is honey at first, and then definitely like a little hint of citrus maybe, and then it's just kind of sweet and pleasant, and then right at the very end there's this weird like astringency, like I don't know, maybe just like the alcohol kind of burn off towards the end, but it has like a weird flavor at the very end. Mm. At first it's like honey, definitely honey, like nail on the head there. I don't get salty though, that would be weird. Spicy, definitely not. Black pepper, I don't think so. I think it's more maybe the smell. Oak, no. Seaweed, thank God, no. Vanilla, very light. Maybe more in like the smell, but that honey is like overwhelming. Yeah, and as I'm guessing, like the more you have of it, the more that like weird flavor at the very end disappears because now it's not as strong. Drink more, it'll get better, right? Probably the seaweed, right? Must be the non-mentioned bonefish. Oh, there's always the bonefish in there, right? Right. Inside joke. All right. Well, also, this will be up on probably tomorrow. I'll start downloading it right after we're done here. A replay of this. So if you missed any of it, or if you want to listen to it again, or there was something we said in here that you wanted to grab from it, I'll have this up on the Tubes of You tomorrow on the channel that I own that would be on the Tube of You at 4, 5, 6. Did I scramble it enough that TikTok's not going to hate me? Okay. That all that stuff should be in my bio as well. So, but yeah, I'll have it up on there too as a replay, so that you can watch it just in case you missed it, or send it to your friends to laugh at when I can't say bird breakneck or whatever it was. This was so much fun. Truly, thank you for bringing it live. Absolutely. Thank you for being brave enough to send in your work in progress chapter as well. Really good writing. Please keep it up and let us know when it's released, so that we can all grab a copy when it's all done. And maybe we do it again too to promo it right before it's ready to go. Maybe we do chapter 1 and 2 or something. I don't know. Just spitballing. But if that interests you, just let me know, because I'd love to read it again. And then what I'll do after this, probably this weekend, I will get to the editing of this and then send you the actual cleaned up, mastered, polished version of it, and you can use it for whatever promotional material you want to use it for. So, or not, up to you. Totally up to you. I just provide the demo of the first chapter for you, and you can do with it whatever you like. Daniel Georgiev is a master at using those. All the ones that I've given him, he's put to use. That's for sure. Put it behind videos and all kinds of stuff, which is neat. It's super cool to see. So polished. If you see it in Poland, it would blend perfectly. All right. I think I see what you're putting down there. think I see what you're putting down there. I shall definitely attempt to do that. Awesome. 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 All right. I think that will do it for tonight's Whiskey Wednesday. And then, like I said, tomorrow we'll probably do like an editing stream if you're interested in how audiobooks are made. Then, you know, we'll do that next Whiskey Wednesday. As I struggle to find the sheet. Why? Oh, okay. Wrong folder. No, that should be the right folder. Where's the master sheet? There it is. Oh, I thought it was gone. I almost had a heart attack. No! It's like, that would suck so bad. Okay, yes. Next Whiskey Wednesday, it will be Daniel Georgiev with Godwalker. Oh, hey, Daniel. Another of your books is coming up here next week, so that'll be on the 25th. That's next Wednesday. And it is a... I don't have... What genre is it, Daniel? I didn't write down the genre. It's you. Yes, it is you. Oh, Amanda, hello. Yes, I am. I am just about to get off. I love the editing streams. Oh, okay, cool. Dude, I hope you guys are well. Absolutely. Absolutely. Good to see you. Is that Godzilla? Like Godzilla? 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 Gojira. Dang it. I know. I know. Yeah, this one was a quick one, just a first chapter. It was really good, though. First introduction for me into... Well, I guess maybe not. Maybe I just didn't understand what the genre was into dark academia. So, low fantasy mystery thriller is what Godwalker is about. That's the genres. Awesome. Awesome possum. I was on live and writing. Well, good. Awesome. Did you get a lot of writing done, though? 964th. Like 964th AACS? Do I know you? Yes. So we served together in the 964th. Ooh, crazy small world. Yes. Oh, okay. Huh. Well, hello. Now I got to figure out who you are. No, I'm gonna rack my brain. You gotta give me a hint, because Godzilla does not does not narrow that down. Huh. Am I able to view people's profiles? No bio. Oh, you're a tricksy one. Okay. All right. How can you not remember a person with that name? I don't think their name was Godzilla. How big is the group of people? How big is the group of people? I missed something, I think. Are we in for a history lesson? Oh, you got a fair amount of writing done, though. Oh, okay. Good, good, good. That's awesome. Productive. I love it when this happens. It happened to me last time I was live. Nice. Nice. He started stalking. Right, right. Like for you to choose from. Oh, well, I mean, it's like a squadron. CT back in 0709. A CT. Oh, is it a play on your name? Like Goad? Ah, okay. I think I know who you are then. Dude, man, that was a long time ago. That was a long time. I was thinking about that the other night. I was talking to my wife, Jamie, who was also in with us. She was a CT. You probably got to fly with her. I didn't, because they wouldn't let us do that. Man, I was thinking like that was a long time ago. We've been out longer than we were in. That's for sure. At this point, she was your supervisor Oh, now we're gonna get some dirt. Okay, all right. I do remember Goad. Yeah, man. Blast of the past. Well, how you doing? How you doing? Hopefully you're doing good. Did you end up staying in or did you get out? Dude, I can't remember the name. 98%. How do you recall people like that? Military is different, man. You're like, I mean, there's probably some names I've forgotten, but and I'd have to be. You're retiring in July, so you stayed in. Okay, awesome. Well, good for you. Good for you, man. Like, that was such like a mixed thing of like getting out. Like there are days that I regretted it, because like I'd be retired already by now, but uh, you know, and the adjustment to civilian life was a trip, you know, but yeah, but good for you, man. Good for you. Did you ever go OTS or did you stay enlisted the whole time? Yeah, and congrats on your retirement, dude. That's awesome. That's awesome. I think if I would have gotten like, because we tried to like go to like NATO, like go to Germany. If I would have gotten a Germany assignment, I might have stayed in. But I'm like, they can't guarantee it. I'm gonna get out. Because we want to have kids and all that kind of stuff. So I didn't mean to hijack your life. I was thinking, what are the odds I come across you? You stayed enlisted. No, no, dude, not interrupting at all. I cross trained to FE. Okay, so you went flight engineer. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's really cool. That's really cool. Yeah, no, no, no. I'm glad you said something. It's really cool running into you. I will have to follow you. Boop. There you go. If it lets me follow. Oh, it's a private account. Got it. Well, I can't follow, but you have followed me. Yeah, that's super cool, man. That's super cool. So you went FE. Did you stay on AWACS then? Dude, the other day, it was a couple years ago now, they announced that the AWACS was retiring. That'll fucking make you feel old, right? Like, hey, this aircraft you flew on in the military, yeah, they're retiring that thing. Like, oh, dude. Like, the B-52's still a thing. Why are they retiring an AWACS? Come on. It's a small world. I come across old military friends every once in a while, too. Yeah, yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. I ran into, very small world, I ran into Angel, if you remember him. He's out here in California, and he lives like a couple of towns away from me, because they got stationed out here because he cross-trained into becoming a, what is it, why am I forgetting? The drone. Why am I dumb? The drone names completely left my mind. Anyways, he's a drone pilot out here, but I'll have to check out your next live. Yeah, absolutely, man. Did an MC-12W back to AWACS FE on KC-10s. Oh, okay, so you went airborne refueler. Cool. Eventually. MC-12W is awesome. Back to AWACS. Yeah. They say you can't get away from Tinker, man. Definitely not a DJI. No, a little bit more advanced than that. But yeah, Angel, if you remember him, he's out here. And he actually ran into one of my friends that I was doing this podcast called The Disc Golf Show. I got like big into disc golf with him. He like introduced it to me when we moved out here. And anyways, their kids ended up going to the same school. And he was like, yeah, I do this show, and I have this friend, Justin, who does it. He's like, oh, yeah, Justin Fife. And he's like, wait, Fife? And then, no way. So, yeah. Super small world. Like, friend of a friend meets this old military buddy. But, yep. But cool. Good running into you, Code. And, again, congratulations on your retirement. The smallest of worlds. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Chef Sugar, hello. Good to see you again. Alrighty, well, I am going to cut it here next Wednesday. Like I said, it'll be Daniel. Your book's coming up, Godwalker. So yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. And then, like I said, probably editing Thursday and for as long as I can stand it until we get the book edited. So I just got the pickups back today, and then I have some other ones that I have to record right after this. So that's why I'm going to push it to tomorrow. Just give it enough time. But yeah, absolutely. Yep. All right. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. Thanks for all the follows and the likes and everything. And then, like I said, replay will be up on the tubes of you afterwards. If you missed any of the story, if you came in late and you wanted to hear this genre, really good story. Really good story. Jac-Ann Marie's got something here. This is fun. All right. See you all later. Have a good night. Take care, everybody. Bye. No, can't end the stream. Sorry.